Landlords, are you compliant with the minimum energy efficiency standards, and does your property / tenancy have an E rating or above? Minimum energy efficiency standards came into play in 2018, and it's all about the energy efficiency of your property. As I'm sure you'll be aware, the government are working hard to combat climate change. So what this means for you as a landlord is that any property that you own and rent out needs to have an E rating of E or above. If your property falls below an E rating and you are not in receipt of an exemption, then you are illegally renting out your property and could be subject to fines and penalties. Landlords are expected to spend a maximum of £3,500 to make their properties compliant to an E rating. Should your property not meet the level of an E requirement that is legally required currently, then I ask and I urge that you look to see whether your property falls into one of the exemption categories that are listed on the government website. We need to prepare ourselves, as there is talk within the industry that the energy efficiency rating will be higher in 2025 than it is now. There are rumours that we will need to make our properties comply to a C rating or above. This will have a huge effect on many landlords, and there are various funding opportunities available to you as landlords and to tenants right now. Please note that providing a tenant with a valid EPC prior to a start of tenancy is a requirement under the Deregulation Act of 2015. Failure to provide them with a valid EPC at the start of tenancy would restrict your ability to serve a valid notice on them for possession of the property should the need require. So whilst this piece of legislation may not seem important, please rest assured it is. And it is important that you comply. The penalties for failure to comply with this piece of legislation are hefty, with a maximum fine of up to £150,000 dependent on the period of time that you let the property non-compliantly. EPCs are valid for a period of 10 years and on average cost less than £100. So for just £10 per year, landlords, ensure you are safe and compliant and that your property complies with the MEES regulations. EPC assessors in your area can be found online and can carry out the job for you to ensure you are compliant and safe. Remember, funding is available at the moment for both landlords and tenants, so please be sure that you are researching any local funding within your area to improve the energy efficiency of your property to ensure that you are preparing yourself for the proposed future changes in 2025/2026. If you found this informative, then please do consider giving the video a like and subscribing to our channel for further videos and updates on compliance and legislation within the private rented sector. There are over 170 pieces of legislation that you as a landlord need to comply with, which is why I host a quarterly webinar which goes into more detail of all of the different pieces of legislation. Please do feel free to reserve your space at the free to attend webinar by clicking on the link in the description below. If you would like to learn more now, please do click here on our compliance playlist for more information on legislation and compliance to keep you safe.